Hi and welcome to a new video on this channel. You see I'm here with my camera trap and this video is about my camera trap. So if you're not interested in camera trapping, you might just turn off the video. Right now I'm really excited because we arrived yesterday afternoon and then I found some fresh lynx traces. And when I walked up this morning, I just found new fresh lynx traces just 100 meters down here. But nothing up here, so the lynx hasn't been here in front of the camera and no images of the lynx on this spot. But anyway, the traces were absolutely amazing to see because it was not just one lynx but two lynxes. It was a mother with the kitten. And how you can see it is that the traces are of the lynx. You could see that the paws were different sizes. There were some smaller paws and some bigger paws in one trace, and then the traces divided, and then they met again. And so the kitten sometimes stepped out of the trace of the mother, take another trail, and then they meet again. So absolutely amazing. So I know that there's a mother lynx with a kitten here in this area. That's really nice to see. But anyway, this video is about my camera trap. I have been now a little bit more than a year on YouTube with these kind of videos where I vlog, and if I look back, the videos with my camera traps I got most comments on, or most response on. People contacting me on YouTube and asking questions. They contacted me on Instagram, on Facebook, and even they mailed me through my web page. And someone also asked me if I could make a video about the camera trap where I go more in detail, the settings and so on. So I thought today it's the right time to do that, and now I plan to do two videos about my camera trap. I do two videos because I don't want to make a very long video, because it might be not very interesting to listen to me talking so long. So I make two videos. This is the first video where I talk a little bit about why camera trapping, then location and the equipment I'm using. And the second video will be more about the settings, settings in the camera, settings in the trigger, the flashes. So please, if you like to see how I do camera trapping, stay with me, and we will just jump into the first topic, which is why camera trapping. I know, and when I sometimes read some comments, not to me but on other photographers, and there are some photographers which say that camera trapping is cheating because you're not sitting behind your camera and push your button. The button, you just put up your camera and the camera do your job. And everyone can has his own opinion, and but I think camera trapping is an absolutely very nice tool to let me taking pictures I'm not able to do without a camera trap, and that's the main reason why I do camera trapping. For me, on this location or from this camera trap, I want to take a picture of the lynx, and hopefully one day I will achieve it with the northern light on the sky. This is quite difficult and I might never will get it, but the camera trap might give me the possibility, and that's the reason why I use a camera trap. I'm not able to take a picture of a lynx with the northern light in the sky. I need a camera with a wide angle. I can't go around here in the forest and just find a lynx and wait on the northern light and just put the camera in the face of the lynx and take the picture. This doesn't work. I also can't just, I have a small photo blind standing there. I can't just sit in there and wait until the lynx comes and the Northern Light engine have remote control. If you see this season, now we are in April. You might see this video not before May or so. We are in April, and I have put up the camera trap in October. October, November, December, January, February, March, April, 6-7 months my camera trap has been out. I can't just sit here 6-7 months taking this picture. It's not possible for me. So the camera trap gives me the possibility to take images I'm not able to take else. So that's the main reason using a camera trap. That's as simple as it is. I know there are photographers they say that's cheating, but I know also there are many photographers getting used and starting using camera traps, and I don't think it's cheating. And I just can refer also to my grandfather. He's not living anymore, but he used analog cameras, and when the digital camera came, he said digital cameras are cheating because it's much more easy with digital cameras taking a picture than with analog cameras. And that's how it is. And I think we should use the technology which is out there, which gives us the possibility to take unique images. And I have taken a lot of unique images of the lynx, which is not possible without a camera trap. So that's the main reason why using a camera trap. But I'm really interested in your opinion, why you using camera traps, if you're using camera traps, or if you're not but planning to, why are you using a camera trap, what is the reason? Please leave it in a comment. I really would like to hear it. Location. I believe location is the most difficult part in camera trapping. I think there are two things I need to think about it. Two things I need to think about it. I'm not sure if this is really good English, but I think there are two things. One is to put up your camera equipment or a camera trap where it's safe, and then the location where you get the image you want to achieve with your camera trap. I think this is the two main reasons. Instead of think. That's maybe good. Yeah. These two reasons I believe are the most important thing for location. I'm not using my camera trap as a trail cam. I rather use my trail cam because the trail cam is much easier to put up, it's much cheaper, and it operates over a much longer period of time. My camera trap, around every third week I need to change batteries. My trail cam can stay out for 15 weeks and I don't need to change the batteries. With a trail cam I can cover area, can see what's going on, what's happening, and then I might find any kind of pattern. There might be an animal which is using this area constantly, and then I can put up my camera trap to get maybe a certain kind of image. So I don't use it as a trail cam. I use it just to put it up to get a certain kind of image, because I know this animal will appear in front of my camera. For the safety, I choose this spot because it's a little bit higher up in the mountains. It's quite steep on the side. No one is passing by here in winter time. There are no trails. The trails goes on a completely different direction. I know the camera will be safe here, and the camera equipment, you know that cameras are expensive. I have two Canon 5D. One is a 60, the other is a 5D Mark II. Older cameras, but still worth money. but all the equipment together, it's not very cheap, and you don't want that someone just passing by and see it and, oh, I like this camera, and just take it with it, take the camera with them. So that's safety, a safety issue. That's the first thing you have to think about it. And the other reason for the location is this, what kind of image and what kind of animal do you want to take pictures of. I was so fortunate that I found a trail of a female lynx which were passing by all the time in this area here. And I've been very lucky from 2017 to 2020, where the female lynx appeared in front of my camera again and again and again and again. So I got a lot of images of the lynx. Since March 2020, I haven't seen the female lynx anymore. I believe she's not with us anymore, unfortunately. Last season I haven't got one single image of the lynx. This season I got twice, probably male lynx, because the prints of the paws were much bigger, but the male lynx were just maybe a minute each time in front of my camera, and then it disappeared again. So I haven't got these really nice images I wanted to achieve with my camera trap. But I have seen today fresh traces again, so I might reconsider putting up my camera trap on a different spot next season. I'm not sure yet, but that's the issue I have right now, because I know that for the last 2 years I haven't been very successful with my camera trap here, so I might put it up on a different spot. We will see, but that's always these two reasons to choose the location: safety and what kind of image you want to take. I'm not sure what you think about the location. Please, if you have any comments, please leave it down in the comments. I really appreciate if you comment. Give me some comments, because I also learn a lot from other videos and from other people using camera traps. So please leave something in the comments. What do you think about the location? Okay, equipment. Mainly, you don't need a lot of equipment to start your camera trap. The only thing you need is a trigger, which gives you a signal to your camera, and your camera take a picture. A trigger which catch any kind of movement in front of your camera. When I started, I was so lucky that my father-in-law, he's very handy, and he built me a trigger. And I can show you. I put it in this box here because the trigger in itself is not waterproofed. So I built it in a box, but that's the trigger. Let me see, open it here. There you see the white round thing. That's which is catching the movement. I also have some flaps on the side so I can decide the area the trigger should cover, and then I just have a turn on and off, and that's it. And then I have this, let me see, the cable, put it in the camera, and here some for the batteries, for the trigger, and then turn the trigger on, and every time the trigger get some kind of movement in front of my camera, he will send a signal to the camera and take one picture. Very simple and easy. I got it on a birthday, so it doesn't need to cost a lot of money starting a camera trap. So that's the first trigger I used. Just let me put it down, and then I show you more of the equipment. Because this trigger is not waterproofed, I can't have this trigger out all the time. I can have it out a couple of days when I know it's not raining so it will survive. So that's the reason why I needed to find triggers which can stay for quite a long time out and are waterproofed. And that these ones from Camtraptions. I must say I'm not sponsored by Camtraptions. I'm not connected to Camtraptions at all. I got recommended these triggers by another photographer. So I bought my first trigger and I'm really happy with this one. About the settings and what here I will talk a little bit more about this one in the next video when I talk a little bit more about the settings. This one is at version 2, which means I have a cable like the first trigger I showed you, the self-made trigger. A cable, put the cable in here, and from the on the other side of the cable into the camera, and then this trigger will catch movement, send the signal to my camera, and the camera take pictures. They have version 3, V3, which is wireless. I haven't bought this wireless because I use my triggers just beside my camera, and as long as I can use a cable, I always use a cable, because wireless means you need a transmission. To transmit, you need more battery capacity, you need more batteries, and I will always try to use as less batteries as possible, because then you're always depending on that your batteries are working on a full, and when the battery is empty, you won't get any signal from the trigger to your camera. If you have a camera trap where the situation is that you want the trigger further away from your camera, you might go for the wireless trigger. But I have used this one now since 2018, and I'm really happy with these ones. And also for the triggers came this card with where it says something about the settings, but I go through that in the next video. So I just use these triggers, cable to the camera, and then I have a camera trap. In the beginning, when I started camera trapping, to protect my camera, I just use a plastic bag, put it over my camera, some tape, so to protect the camera for any rain and snow and so on, that the camera doesn't get wet and destroyed. There was one problem that you have, now I not really know what this called in English, but you see that this one I prepared, I cut off the part you have up here, was down here as well. I cut it off, because when I put it on, and there was always snowing collecting here in front of the camera, and then there was melting down, and there was some water, and the water often lays in front of the lens. And especially when I had these zoom lenses, a 16 to 35 millimeter, for example, it's a zoom lens, and they quite good and they quite waterproofed. But when there's water melting just in front of it, there's a really high chance that water even will enter into your lens. And I already destroyed a few lenses, so I just cut off down here so that no snow is laying in front of the lens. The problem with these plastic bags is that you need a lot of tape. Then here in winter it's getting quite cold, and then sometimes the tape is losing its glue capacity, or what you call it, and then sometimes open it up, or there are small holes in the plastic bags you don't see. There's something, water came in. So unfortunately I destroyed a few cameras and lenses through the last years, So that's the reason why I also changed a little bit and got a little bit other equipment to make my camera equipment a little bit more safe. But I think I had to move my the camera again to show you the boxes which I'm using right now. Yes, because I'm using my camera trap for 6-7 months. It's just standing out here in any kind of weather. I needed to protect my cameras a little bit better. The plastic bags work, but I lost a few camera equipment, so I needed to do some changes, and it was worth to invest in these boxes. The box is the same company like my trigger, and it's very easy to set up. I just use some older tripods I have, and then these boxes you can buy these tubes for your lenses. So these tubes comes in different sizes or length depending on what kind of lens you use, and then you have this cover over here, and you have this a glass in front of here. So your camera is completely built in, so no water, anything can come into your camera, which is absolutely perfect and saved my camera equipment. And with this one, when it's snowing, usually nothing stays in front of your camera. There's a kind of edge here. I had sometimes that there's a little bit snow collecting here in front, but not much. So these boxes are working very nicely, and it's much easier also for me than using, for example, these plastic bags and these tape. In winter it's quite cold, and then as I said, the tape loses its glue capacity, and it takes quite a long time to take off the plastic bag, just checking your camera, switching batteries, and then put it on again. Here I just open the box, and I have access to my camera. Let me show you the box from the inside, but for that I again had to move the camera a little bit closer. With these boxes, I just open the box like this one, and then I really have nicely access to my camera very easy. Because I'm using a flash, this is my night camera, because I'm using a flash, I also have here a transmitter to the flash and some extra batteries so that I have enough battery power. And here's my camera. Here's the cable comes in from the front in here, and then I have this plate here which I can move up and down depending on what kind of camera I use. If I for example would use a Canon 1DX Mark II or so, which is quite bigger, then I can put it a little bit further down. Because this camera now is a little bit point a little bit upwards, so these, let me see, I might show you a little bit. Let me see, I can take out the camera and show you a bit. See, there's one issue which this one here, let me see if I can put the camera here. This is a plate which you can move where you want, according to what kind of camera you use. They had these big holes. I don't know why they have these huge holes, because these big holes make it a little bit difficult when you put up your camera is a little bit shaky on it, so I don't like these big holes. That's the reason why I have some tape. I also put some tape over here, because without the tape this look this would move very easily out, and every time, because the camera is pointing a little bit upwards, everything would come towards me when I open the box. So that's the reason why I have some tape here. Yeah. So, but with this tape, so it works very nicely, and I can put it up here. And I just put the camera in here again. Here's the cable. Take in the cable. And then I have this soft thing just to make it a little bit more stable, so it doesn't, because when there's a lot of wind and it's shaking, the camera is shaking and maybe move a little bit. I don't want that, so I put this in here, between here and here, and I know the camera is very steady. Then I put this on here for the transmitter, the extra battery. Yeah, so that's some of the equipment. This is the box I'm using for my camera trap. Yes, that was video 1. I talk a little about my Y camera trapping, choose of location, and a little bit about the equipment I use. There's probably a lot of other things I could say about location, about Y camera trapping and equipment, but then the video would get just longer and longer. So I hope you like this video. I see you in the second video, where I talk a little bit more settings of my cameras and the trigger and the flash. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.